Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake us.
It's your girl Zoe. If you're new to my channel, what's up, what's poppin'? And if you're back, welcome back. So as you can see by the title of this video, today is going to be a story time about my first experience dating an African, okay? And yeah, let's just say it's very ghetto, and I do not recommend. I'm just playing. But let me get into the video. So, I moved to Atlanta in 2015, and I was living with my little cousin. He was moving out of his apartment. He lives in this town called Duluth, but he was moving further away to this area called Lawrenceville. Well, my job was literally on the same street as his apartment. So, I was like, I didn't know what I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have a car. I didn't know what I was going to do. So, I started working, and I was working at a call center, getting paid like $11 an hour. And I just was like, let me just hustle up. Let me walk back and forth to work. He had moved out of his apartment all the way. Well, not all the way, but most of his stuff was out of his apartment. And I think he had to the end of the month to be out of that apartment. So I'm still there trying to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm a hustler, so I'm just going to work. Every dollar that I get is going, I'm saving it. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to give me an apartment. I just need a few more weeks. So, what happened? So I'm working the job, and like I said, I walk to work. So this particular day, it's raining. It's like a slight rain, not too much rain, but it's rain. It's like drizzling, and I'm like, literally, like my walk to work is like probably like 5 to 7 minutes. On this particular day, I walked the street. Usually I walk, there's like it's a shortcut. Usually I walk through the shortcut that's like in the trail kind. Not a trail, it's like an open field kind of, but it seems scary, but it's not. Like, it's like I just walked this other way. But this particular day I decided to walk on the street. So as I'm walking on the street, I'm going to this convenience store that's close to the job, and I don't know, I'm probably just like about to pick something up or whatever case is. But I know I was walking back to the apartment. I'm about to walk back to the apartment. I'm at the store, and I seen this Escalade drive past me, and it kind of went slow, and I'm a little nervous. I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, it's scary walking by yourself as a female. And you could tell the man was looking at me or whatever, right? You could tell he's like, slow down, whatever, but like he wanted to ask me something, but he kept going. I go inside the store, get the things I need. I think I seen him pumping gas. It was just this old man. I'm like, oh, he ain't talking about nothing, because this is older man. So as I'm walking back, you know, to my route to go back to my cousin's apartment, he stopped me like, excuse me, or whatever case it is or something. He like, you need a ride, da da da, whatever. By this time, y'all, it's pouring the down, okay? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. He like, you really gonna get wet? He like, I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I ain't gonna kill you. Hop in the car with him, but I'm a little nervous, so I'm like, oh, you could just take me back to my job. I'm on my way back to work. I was just coming to the store. So because I'm nervous and I don't know this man, and of course I'm about to take him to like where I live at, so I have him drop me back off at the call center. So he dropped me off at the call center. He like, give me a call if you ever need me, da 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 da, whatever case is. I take his number. He like, okay, so we're gonna give him the name Wannabe, because that's what he is. So Wannabe texts my phone and is like, hit me up. This man is older, y'all. Like, this is an old man, but like when you see his swag, he dresses like he's like a young dude. Like, he had my number, I had his number. A few days went by, nothing. Like, he didn't hit me up, I didn't hit him up. Next thing you know, one day I was out with my homegirls, like at this little, we was at like a little kickback or whatever case is, and he calls my phone. Let's link up. And I'm like, you know, at this time, y'all, I don't have no car, so I was literally getting around because my homies would pick me up, take me places. At the time, I think Ubers was, I don't even think, I wasn't driving Uber, at least. I know I wasn't riding Ubers, but I know that like my homies had like took me to the spot or whatever, and it was like getting late, and I'm like, I need to ride home. He come pick me up. Literally, we wasn't even far from my place, from my cousin's spot. So he picks me up, whatever case is, and I let him take me to my cousin's house, to the apartment. So he like, who you live with? I'm like, my cousin. I'm like, but I'm trying to get my own place, da 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 da, whatever. You know, I'm telling him all of this stuff, whatever. We sitting in the car, driving, you know, to my cousin's spot, and I'm just telling him, like, I just moved down here, and, you know, I'm working at this call center. I'm trying to, you know, get my own spot, get my own car, whatever, da da da, whatever. He like, fuck with me and I got you. I'm like, what? He's saying, like, all of this good stuff, like, all of this good stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. He said, how much money you got saved? I told him how much money I had saved. I don't know why I trusted him with this information, but I don't know, I did. So he's like, look up some apartments in this area and we're gonna go look at them. And I'm like, okay. He was like, when your next off day? So I told him, like, oh, this is my next off day, whatever, whatever. He's like, all right, we're gonna go. I think it was like 2 days later or something like that. Y'all know this man was sending me apartments in the area that I lived in, like, call them, see how much these is. You want to go view these? Like, he was really like, I'm like, and by this time, y'all, listen, my cousin, the days to get, my cousin had to be at this apartment was running. They was very close, right? So I'm like, fuck, what I'm gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm desperate time comes with desperate messages. I'm like, whatever. Like, let's see what he's talking about. So the day comes or whatever, because by this time me and him is like texting a lot. Like, we're really texting and chopping it up, whatever the case is. And mind you, he's an older man. I'm like, Zoe, what is you doing? And this ain't my first time dating messing with no old men, okay? Okay. But I was 25. He had to be like in his 40s, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even know how old he was, but he was older. Like, he was definitely older than me. I give him 35, 40. I give him 35, 40 for sure. I never asked him his age, and he might have been older than that. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all, the man was old. I swear he was the old man. He was older than 45. Yeah, nah, he's 45. He was 45, like 45 somewhere. He wasn't past 50 yet. He might have been. I don't know. Let's just keep the story up. Just know he was older. I was 25 and he was way older. So, anyways, what happened? By this time we texting and stuff, whatever case is. So the day comes and he's like really serious. Like, it's early in the morning. He's like, be ready by 9, 10. We're going to go look at some apartments. He picked me up. Y'all, we went to 2 apartments. We went to one apartment. I was like, nah, I ain't really like them. So we went to another apartment. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it right here. Like, this is it. So these apartments, we go in our apartments. I get in we ask questions. We go view the apartment, all this stuff. I give them my bank statements, my ID, all that good stuff, right? I'm not knowing how this was gonna work out. I'm like, so is he saying like he's gonna co-sign? Like what? Like what's what? Like I don't know. And I'm not asking him questions, but he's just telling me that he have to help me get a place, and that's all I wanted. If he can help with the money or some check stuff, whatever the case is, I was with whatever. So he they tell me that I didn't make enough or whatever cases, and I was gonna need a co-signer. So he then, go to his car, get the things, I guess whatever documents he had to be able to co-sign. I'm filling out the paperwork. I'm asking, what's your information, like, what's your name, what's your social, this, and this, or whatever, right? And what happens? Yeah, so he asks for all that information or whatever. I mean, so I fill out all the information, and they tell us that they were going to call. They was going to, do the stuff, whatever case is, and I will know by the next day. Do y'all know, by the time that we were leaving out of this apartment, I had the freaking apartment. Like, I literally had the apartment. I didn't pick up the keys until, like, probably, like, the next 2 days, like 2 days later, because I guess it wasn't ready, but I was approved for the apartment just like that. I was like, what in the... I just couldn't believe it. So we left. We went to go get the money order. bring the money order back to the apartments, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Like, I can't believe this. So me and him, we go out to eat. We went to the strip club that day. It was lit. Like, we went to the strip club. We had so much fun that night. That day I was with him all day. Literally. He dropped me back off probably about like 11, 12. I had to be at work the next day or whatever the case is, but he dropped me off, and yeah, it was like I walked to work, everything. Like, I was just so excited. I'm like, I got my apartment. I just couldn't believe it. I'm just still thinking like, there's no way. There's something just don't. It's just too good to be true. Ain't no way in hell that he just helped me get my apartment this fast, and he put his name on my apartment, right? So the day we pick up the keys, we go to pick up the keys. He take me to pick up my keys. He dropped me to my spot. He dropped me to the apartment, you know, to the actual apartment, and then we go to this store called D's. And then we went to this store called Ollie's, like early in the morning, you know, early. Because he's the older man, you know, they get up early as fuck. They get up early as fuck and do everything. So it's early in the morning. We, you know, going around getting like the essential things I need. He got me pots, pans, you know, what is it, towels, my essential needs, forks, knives, things that I needed for the kitchen. He buy all of that stuff. We go to DD's. He got me like a comforter. And I'm thinking like, I don't know why you give me this. I ain't got no bed yet. So I'm thinking like, okay, so you get paid in a couple of days. You can get your, you get paid next week. You can go get you a blow-up mattress, da-da-da. So what he was like, okay, we can get you a blow-up mattress, da-da-da, da-da-da, whatever case is. And I was like, yeah. Like, I'm with it. Give me a blow-up mattress. Y'all, this man pulled up to Rooms to Go. At this time, I don't know what Rooms to Go is, because I'm fresh here. I don't know what this is, but I don't know. I didn't know what it was. So we pulled up there or whatever. I'm just riding. Like, this, he the type of man that you just ride. You don't say nothing. So I'm just not saying nothing. We pull up to the other spot, the third spot now, and we going in. I'm seeing all this furniture and stuff. I'm like, little he know I don't got no money, and I cannot afford none of this stuff. Like, so don't even do it. Yeah, we went to the, what is it called? What do they call it? Let me see. Okay, so we go to the Rooms to Go outlet with like clearance or whatever case, it's like discount stuff, like, right? I don't know if the people have returned it or it was like messed up or whatever the case is. So we go in there and we're literally looking at stuff. Like, we found a couch for like probably like $200. What is it called? What is the little area thing? Like, a coffee table. We found, what else did we have? We had a coffee table. What else was it? A couch, a coffee table, and a bed. He got me a couch, coffee table, and a freaking bed, y'all. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I'm just like, this man is just really, like, looking out for me. Like, I didn't even know why he was looking out for me, but he just was, like, really looking out. So, yeah, like, he got me all of this stuff. He got it scheduled to deliver by Friday. All of this, right? And I was just like, okay. Now, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so you going to have to do some fucking. Like, I'm like, cause what is you doing all this stuff for? Like, so now by this time, I'm quiet and I'm a little nervous because I'm like, you know, people don't just do all of this stuff just because they just like, you know, people just don't do that. Like, people just don't be nice like that. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, so by this time, he like, let's go make me a key. And I was like, make you a key for what? He was like, what you mean? I'm like, what do you need a key for? He was like, you don't want me to have a key? I'm a little nervous because I wanted my own apartment. I didn't want to move with you or whatever case is. Like, he like, I'm not about to be living with you. He like, but just when you at work, he like, sometimes I might want to be, you know, might want to pull up or whatever case is, and, you know, make sure you have some dinner when you may come home, and, you know, all of this stuff, you know, buttering me up. And so in my mind, I'm like, sound good. Cause baby, I ain't even got no money to buy food. Now I got this rent. All I got the money is for the rent. The rent and electricity bill. That's all I got. I ain't even got no money to buy no food. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't trying to give me no food stamps, y'all. It just was like, okay, fuck it. You gon' cool. We go get the key made. He has an extra set of keys. Now I'm just going with the flow, whatever. Because at this time, he's like, I'm gonna pay half your rent. You know, my rent was like $900 even, and I think he was like, I'm gonna pay $5 and you pay $4. My little stupid ass was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need somewhere to sleep at. I need my own crib. I need my own spot. At the time, I think he told me he was married, so I knew that he wasn't going to be in my spot like that. So on my off days, we used to be, like, hanging out a lot. Like, I'm talking about a lot. And we would go drinking and stuff. And at this time, y'all, we used to go to the strip club a lot. He loved the strip club. And we would be at the strip club, and, you know, I used to be coming from work. Like, so he would pick me up from work, and then, like, you know, I have on business attire type clothes. Y'all know one time we was at the strip club and one of the strippers gonna say, is she a school teacher? I was like, I dress like a school teacher? Girl, he was like, girl, I didn't even know what the fuck to say. I'm like, a school teacher is crazy. Like, just because I had like a cardigan on, you know how I had on flats. At the time, I wasn't with the, like, getting sexy. And my getting sexy was not the getting sexy in Atlanta. Like, you know, these girls been putting that shit on. I'm fresh from the country. Like, we dress cute, but, like, I wasn't putting that shit on, basically. At this time, y'all, we hadn't had sex yet. It was, like, going on, like, I probably was, like, in my first month at the apartment. Mind y'all, all of this stuff is happening so fast. So fast. We hadn't had sex yet. So, yes, we did have sex, if y'all wondering. So, the first time me and him actually had sex was one day we got really freaking drunk. Like, so drunk that I couldn't even go to work the next day, girl. We got so drunk. I came back to my crib, and it was late, and his wife was just blowing his phone up like crazy because, like, he's married. He got to go home. Usually, when me and him would be hanging out, he'll been there left me about 6, 7 o'clock. He gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, 9 o'clock was pushing it. You know what I mean? And, like, we just used to be just vibing, chilling. You know what I mean? And he would, like, do really sweet stuff, y'all. Like, he was a really good guy. He was older, so he knew what to do. So, one time, y'all, I got home, and there was a stack of ones, like, this tall. It was like $200 in ones. Probably like maybe $300 in ones on my stove. And then it was like some food. Like, he had some, I don't know what kind of food it was, but it was like some food he bought from a restaurant. He always made sure, like, I had groceries. I really kind of trusted him, but this is where it goes bad. You know, one day I'm off work, it's the weekend or something, and it was our normal little dude. Like, you know, we're going to hang out, we're going to go places. This time he's like, we about to go to Alabama. Up driving us to Alabama. We're in Alabama. We chilling, we vibing, and you know, he taking me to all of these spots, and you know, I'm meeting other people that he knows from down there and stuff. And then this is like real hood, real sketchy, because it was like we in the hood. But I'm at this spot. He dropped me to this ghetto ass spot where this food is, and he like, go inside, sit here, sit in there, go order you some food, ask for this person. They're gonna give you whatever you want. You're gonna be good. I'll be back. I'm like, okay, like, okay. I'm just following directions because, you know, I'm your little young chick, so I'm just following your directions. So I'm in there. I asked for the person. The person like, oh, da da da, you whoop people, cool. Just sit down, relax. These are American people too, so I'm just a little confused. Like, how do you know these people? Like, what are you doing in the hood? You know, my phone go dead. I'm like, I don't know what to do because I don't even know his number by heart. I'm still sitting there. He ends up pulling up on me. He like, what happened, baby? Like, I've been calling you, da da da. Like, he's really worried. Like, really, really worried. He like, I'm sorry, I won't leave you again. Da 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 da. Stayed the night there. So we end up staying the night there. We was at his people spot. Nice big house, you know what I mean? Like, real nice. And you know, we just drinking and stuff, and he just talking to too many people. We're just like, I know a drug dealer when I see one, honey. I know a drug dealer when I see one, or something is going on. I'm not stupid, but he thought I was green, and I wasn't green. at all. Like, he thought I was this country girl that don't know nothing. Baby, I know what's up. Like, you gotta remember, like, where I'm from. I know what's going on. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm still acting like I don't know nothing. So we wake up the next day early in the morning. You know, old men wake up early in the morning. So, we up and we out and about handling business. Go get breakfast. Nice little breakfast spot out there. He gets out of the car and what happens? He get out of, no, matter of fact, these dudes come get a box out of the car. And in my mind, I'm like, what is in this box? You know, I'm a little curious now because you drove down here with this box in here. I didn't even know that it was in the back of the trunk. I didn't know. So they looking in it, they talking or whatever, but they not saying nothing. They like, not saying nothing. And like they're talking and like, you know, like trying to be like low key about whatever the fuck it is and whatever they saying. They like real like, and I'm not worried about it, but because I knew I was just like, I was gonna ask them. So they get out the car. They get out the car. They put the box in the back seat. Now they took it out of the trunk and they put it in the back seat. So and it's open. So I see them go upstairs. While they walks upstairs, I look in the box. Y'all saw a whole bunch of freaking drink. Like, what's that stuff called? But it was like, what's that drink called? People drink that lean. It was like a whole bunch of bottles of lean, like a lot. I'm like, this man done drove down from Atlanta to Alabama with lean in it while I'm in the car. I'm mad as fuck, y'all. I'm so mad. Like, so y'all gotta stay tuned for part 2. The juice gets real. The tea's piping hot. But y'all gotta stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm gonna post part 2. That's all y'all get for tonight. Later.